You want to know the biggest thing spiritual people fuck up?
What?
They're addicted to positivity. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. This positive thinking, must always be happy and positive, right? What's it look like to transform a Molly trip? No, okay? It's an ayahuasca trip, not a Molly trip, okay? And this here will prevent so much growth and change, because if you're addicted to always thinking positively, you're not going to look at the more darker aspects and the shit that's running you inside. And then you're just stuck. Okay? Now, the counter-argument that I hear is the law of attraction, where people are like, you know what? I don't want to focus on the negative, right? There's some quotes where it's like, the more you focus on, you'll attract more of it, right? If you're always thinking negative things, you're probably going to attract negative things. If you focus on those negative emotions inside, you're just going to keep them alive and fuel them. No? If you're just always focused on your past, going back and seeing what happened in your childhood and examining different patterns, you're not going to get ahead. Focus on the future. Don't focus on the past, so you'll go backwards. No? Everyone hear that? I'm saying the opposite. I'm saying focus on the negative. Focus on your past. Why? And this is where you must always examine the original assumption, examine the paradigm, because currently, whether you proactively, consciously focus on it or not, it's active. That's the assumption. If you don't focus on it, it's not active. But right now, it is active. And this epiphany, by the way, changed my life. Realizing there are two worlds inside of you. There's a world you're aware of and a world you're not aware of. Right now, you're aware of me standing here talking, the content I'm delivering, but then that world you're not aware of are all the things you disowned. All the bad things you might have done, the things that you deem are unforgivable, the things you hate yourself for. There's that little critic that comes out when you're home alone, right? We all have that little voice as soon as you go home and there's no distractions and you're just sitting with yourself, that voice that creeps up and just whispers something like, you're a piece of shit. And you're like, oh, I know, fuck. Maybe I'll drown out the voice with some Netflix. It's like, your mother should have aborted you. I know. The world would be better without you. I know. It gets fucking dark. We all have that, and then we just stuff it down. Now guess what? You can stuff it down, pretend it's not there. It's going on. And if it's active, guess what? You're going to attract more of that shit. If there's a ball and chain tied to you right now and you're trying to run, yeah, you can focus on the future. It's not fun to stop, to take off the ball and chain, but you're not going to get very far. So what you have to do here, if you're stuck, and again, this is if you're stuck, is instead of focusing on the positive and the bright side, dive into that inner world. Dive into those inner demons that might be holding you back. If you hate yourself, you're not going to let yourself succeed. Because you hate yourself. Right? If deep down inside, you've taken on an identity where anything more than this you don't deserve, you're not going to let yourself succeed either.